Hi, Gavin Cycleroute Links again. Another video today for the shop. We're going to go out and test a Specialized Levo or Levo, however you want to pronounce it. It's mid-range model. It's got the better forks in it, dropper post, things like that. So we've not gone for the base model, we've gone slightly up, 1x11. I've been on a few e-bikes before, I've been on a Levo before. But I've not used one in anger as such. I've not gone on any steep hills or anything like that. So we're going to go over onto the Wolds. I think the weather's going to be pretty rubbish today, so we'll just play it by ear and see how we get on. I'll try and do a mid-ride review on it. I'll try and talk through it as I'm going along. Yeah, so expect good things. There's a lot of talk about this style of bike. Whether it be from Specialized themselves, there's a lot out there, so we'll see how we go. I have got a knee injury, so it might favour me a little bit, especially when it comes to climbing. So we'll give it a whirl and we'll see how we get on. Hi, here we are next to the busy A46, just about to head on to the Wolds. There's a bridleway that we can join here and just ride we can just ride up onto the Wolds from here. There's the Levo switched on. You can see my battery power there. I'm going to try all the different modes on it. 6 Fattie tyres, so 27.5 inch diameter, wider, chunkier, Yarry forks. I'm running flats today. I normally clip in, but I just decided to just take the bike as stock as from the shop, as it's a demo bike. So we'll give it a whirl. I'm going to get away from this road and I can talk a bit more of it in a little while. See you in a bit. Okay, so we're just going along this bridleway. We're getting away from the main road now, so it's a bit quieter. Just cruising. One thing I haven't done is set my Strava to go. Talking of Strava, there is an app for Specialized in the Levo bikes. You can tweak it, change your settings and everything on there, which is quite handy actually. So what I'm going to do is just to stop here and turn my app on. Okay, first bit of single track. You can tell it's really windy. We've come away from that road. I lost my bearings a little bit, we're going the wrong way. Next short little incline's very easy. There was an event on here yesterday. The e-bikes weren't allowed to ride on for insurance purposes. It's the first I've ever heard of it. I'm sure we'll find out more about that as time progresses. Very responsive as soon as it starts to incline, which this is doing here. Put a pedal stroke in and it's there, kind of doubling your your input, sorry. So I'm weak in my right leg because, as I said earlier, I've got a knee injury. This is helping. I know it's not cheating. You're only cheating yourself in some respects, but you're still getting your heart rate going. You're still riding, you're still enjoying yourself. And if you've got an injury and you've not been able to ride a normal bike, I think e-bike is the one for you, isn't it? So just cruising down here. When you get to the magic 16, the bike will uncouple. You just freewheel or pedal as normal. Now when you need it, I don't know if you can hear the motor through the wind, but the motor's just whirring away underneath it. This is a Bros motor in here. There's lots of other variants out there. I think Bros have got it well sorted, because they can hide the battery as such into the main tubing. So we're climbing a bit here. It's quite nice to use my right leg but not push it too hard. If I was on my other bike, which isn't an e-bike, I'll be huffing and puffing by now. Probably even struggling, I would say. This is quite nice. So as daft as that sounds, hill climbing quite nice. The two don't go into conversation really, but this makes you go and look for a climb, I think, just to come back down it. You can probably hear the motor now because we're sheltered a little bit from the wind. But again, it makes them uphills very easy. It's easing a lot of pain off my knee. Keeping me smiling as well. One thing you've got to be careful of is if you get caught out in the wrong gear and you're about to climb something steep like that, and you go and put that gear change in right at the wrong time, because the motor is obviously going to keep going and the chances of snapping your chain are quite high. It will crunch like hell, and if you snap your chain, obviously you get your toolkit out and mend it. But it's remembering to kind of back the pressure off a little bit, let it change gear and then get the power back in again. With a motor it's not that easy. I'm going to work out where I am. It's down there. Okay, so you can see we're in a big open space going downhill in a lovely Lincolnshire Wolds. Motor will cut out, it doesn't need it here. We'll just freewheel it. Stood up obviously, ready for any eventuality on the trail. And as you can see, it's no slouch. 4-piston brake on this model. You need them. You do need really good brakes, because once this is going, you've got to obviously slow it down. And there's a gate coming up that I need to stop for. So this is a relatively new bike, so new brakes. So we go on and off the brakes to bed them in, and we get to a gate. There is an easier bit on the side there, and this is a weighty old bike. So I'm going to go to the side and lift it over. I'm going to stay filming just so you get an idea of its weight. I'm no weakling to bikes. When it comes to picking them up, I'm a chunky old fella. But this is not one you're going to pick up above your head and keep it there for a long while. So use obstacles to your benefit, like this one. And then down the other side. Woo! It's a big old brute. So I think we're going down into the village here. The route I planned out is about 10 miles. I think I've done about 7 trying to find where I'm going. As you can see, lovely scenery, and I picked a brilliant day. So the weatherman definitely got it wrong today. So yeah, we'll head downhill down here. And again, the motor's turned itself into non-assisted because I don't need it. Oh, lots of poo around the place. Nice, just what you want to be covered in. So a little bit gravelly, stones, full suspension, soaking it up. I don't know this trail that well, so I'm just going to set my time. Nearly lost it there because I'm a knob. Down to the bottom, another gate. I do love gates. descent. Again, as I say, you've got lots of grip, so sure-footed. Just make sure you get your weight in the right place, unlike what I just did and nearly spat myself off the bike. So another gate. Okay, we're just travelling back by road to the next trail, our next bridleway. As you can see, we're climbing near the motor working. I'm working. It's going good guns. So if anyone says Lincolnshire's flat, they're lying. I'd have got off and walked if I was on my other bike, because my knee wouldn't stand it. It's niggling a bit at the minute, but we're managing it. And there we are, up the top. And we'll switch off. Currently very out of breath, so I've just climbed out of that valley there. It was a strong climb. I used the first gear for the first time, I think, on this bike today. It was hard to try and keep the front wheel down because I was pedalling seated, obviously, and the power kept pulling the front wheel up. So yeah, it was a fine balance between pushing my weight forward over the forks to keep the front wheel down and not losing traction on the back wheel. But I'm glad I had a motor, because that was epic climbing. So another gate. So far I've picked the bike up about 4 times to go over gates. I'm starting to get a bit worn out. We're going to head back, sum it up at the end. Right, back in the shop, Specialized Levo. This is a particular bike I actually test rode, 4,500 M5 aluminium frame in there. There's 2 battery variants that you can have. There's a 450, I believe, and then a 504. It comes standard with the lower battery in it. It doesn't change the performance in any way. It's just that there is a bigger battery if you needed it. Will give you a little bit more range. You've got to use your brain a little bit with the app. Do your settings correctly. Work out where you're riding. If it's got, like, I flattened the battery the day I rode it. And the reason for that is that I was off course from where I'd actually planned. I only flattened it within 200 yards of my van, or my start, where I started from, so it wasn't so bad. Great bit of kit. As you can see from the video, lifting it over gates is quite heavy. So again, a bit of thought to your route planning. If you know there's going to be some gates in it, be prepared to pick it up, put it above your shoulders, and lifting it over. The 6 Fattie tyres, loads of grip, can't fault it there. I think any bike on the wider tyres, you're going to have loads of grip anyway, but because you've got a lot of weight pushing downhill, and even climbing, there was a real steep valley I got stuck in, loads of traction, and I managed to actually pedal my way through it. As I say, M5 aluminium frame, there isn't a carbon one yet. I say yet because I'm sure they've got one in the pipeline. They do a few different models of it, some brights. This one comes as a matte black finish, and the sticker kit comes with it, and we've stuck the stickers on it to kind of brighten it up so people can see it. It looks brilliant in a plain matte black as well. They do a real bright green one. That's a fantastic looking bike. This is our shop demo bike. You are welcome to come and try it. You'll need to bring some ID with you and a valid credit or debit card. Leave a deposit with us, go and take it out, see what you think to it yourself. The only way you're going to be able to change your mind, there's a lot of haters for e-bikes, the only way you're going to change your mind is to get out on an e-bike. If you've got a bad leg or a bad hip, you're going to love it, because it'll get you back out riding again, and certainly get you out with your mates, going up into the Peak District, going to Wales, going to Scotland, places where you can actually use it. Trail centres are fantastic, but you're going to buzz a few people, you might annoy a few people, so get out beyond your capabilities with them, and take them on some serious steep hills,
The Wolds is quite good because you look at it and you go, oh, it's quite flat. There's some sharp hills there, and it's a good test for the bike. So come in, Cycleroute links, we're in Scunthorpe. You can visit our website, we've got a Facebook page as well. Send us a message, we can book the bike out to you. You can have it for a weekend, so if you want to take it for a weekend, come and pick it up on the Friday, drop it back on the Monday, we don't mind. I think you'll like it. I've got a few friends that are don't like e-bikes, don't see the point in them. That's because they can still ride a normal bike. If you're lacking a little bit, as I said, got a knee injury, it helps me, it gets me out and I can ride for further. I still have a normal bike as such at home and I'll still ride that. The day I can't ride that, this is my next purchase, plain and simple. So call in the shop, High Street East in Scunthorpe. We're a relatively new shop, 18 months old. We've got some good bikes in here to try. This particular being one of them. $4.5 grand. It's a bit high ticket price bike. It's something you will want to try before you buy one. Call in.